Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zara and I am talking about January 2026. This is going to be the intro. Do check for your rising first sun and moon. I use derivative astrology when it comes to sun and moon because not everybody knows their time of birth. Knowing your time of birth is a privilege, especially if you are born in a first world country and someone was there taking the time. Some people also could have had a home birth. Some people could have had an unexpected birth. No one was thinking about the clock at that point in time. So that being said, do check for your sun, moon, rising. I also feel it gives you a big understanding of what is happening in your life. Now, I do have guidebooks available for 2026 with all the astrology because January is packed. If you don't think January is going to change your life, you're mistaken. It's meant to. It's meant to serve because we have a solar eclipse February 17th in the sign of Aquarius. So you best believe January is going to come in with its intensity. We're entering into a whole new era. Neptune enters into Aries. Okay. And it will remain for the next 14 years, approximately 14 years. Neptune has not been in Aries in our lifetime. The first time Neptune entered into Aries was in 1861 until 1875. And that was when we had the American Civil War. So that being said, understand that you're going to be a whole different person now. Going forward, Neptune is still the planet that offers illusions, fogginess, dissolving. Yes, dreams. Yes, it connects us to our spiritual self, but it still dissolves things out of your life. That's the purpose of Neptune. What you need to dissolve, what is your dream, and how are you going to navigate towards that dream? So that is our major transit happening January, on the 26th of January 2026. Neptune will change signs. Goodbye to Pisces. Since 2011, Neptune was in Pisces. We were dealing with over the past 14 to 15 years this immense fogginess and where we martyred ourselves for people. Okay. Also with Pisces, Neptune is comfortable in Pisces. Okay. Neptune loves to be in Pisces, especially in modern astrology. And what it does is it's really great with entertainment, illusions, but also when people make up stories about you, your situation, it can also make us escape reality. We get very focused on mental health. I'm not saying that mental health will not be the focus of Neptune Aries, except in Aries, it's about you stepping up to the plate. See, Neptune Pisces is where we become the victim. Pisces is the victim, and we can feel victimized by people, places, and situations. Aries is like, okay, how can I get my power back? Because that's what an Aries is going to seek out. It's ruled by Mars. Mars is a planet that is about action, motivation, and power. Yes, because it rules over aggression. And when we're angry, we want to take our power back. That is why we have the Civil War that happened in America during the last Neptune Aries transit. So this is not a month where the transits are light and fluffy. It's intense. You are going to transform your life. Not just this whole new era. It is everything else that also happens. Your fate will be tested through action. You can't just dream a beautiful dream. You got to take some action, okay? You can't just, I want beautiful things. Okay, what are you going to do to get those beautiful things? And with Neptune being in Aries, we can also feel very foggy and confused about ourselves, how to take action, especially. So trust your intuition, but base it on reality. Don't let your ego drive you. In Aries, our heads can get big. Aries rules the head. Big head is an Aries energy. Whether you want to like it or not, I know a lot of Aries are watching this, but it is about learning impulse and knowing when you shouldn't let your ego get in the way, because Aries is ruled by Mars, action, aggression, I'm the leader, and then also exalted by the sun, and the sun rules over the ego. So this is where we need to watch our ego. Neptune can really push us where our ego feels so big, and then we impulsively want to take actions against people, places, and situations. So trust in your intuition. Dreams that require bravery. It's not going to be that everybody's doing it. You need to be brave to step up and do it. And acting without certainty is a big thing as well. Be certain, get your ducks in a row, and be aware that certain things are going to dissolve out of your life, especially with Aries. Aries is about our sense of self and what we associate with our identity. Some people associate their career with their identity, their money with their identity, their stylish clothes, that spouse, that husband, that wife. These are things that we all add to our identity. And don't say, no, I am my own person, because a lot of people will introduce I am Mrs. So-and-so. right? It becomes part of your identity. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what happens when we get married. But the issue becomes, and if it becomes so attached to your identity that you lose yourself in it, Neptune will dissolve it out of your life so you can find yourself. And you best believe a Neptune Aries transit wants you to find you, the real you, not the things you associate with you, not the marriage, not the spouse, not I need to have this boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be, the money. It's about you. And you knowing who you are without all those things. Big, yeah? Then we're going to also have major transit, Capricorn Stellium, and a new moon. And this is going to be happening from January 1st until the 18th. This is a build-up and a pressure phase. The Sun and Venus, Mars conjunctions. I will have all the dates down below because there's so much happening. Mercury and Mars, and a new moon, January 18th. So what matters? Capricorn is about responsibility. It's about endings and consequences. Why? It's ruled by Saturn. So yeah, it's going to restrict out certain things and situations out of your life. This is also like your final exam kind of energy. The pressure's on you, the great test, but it's also a reset, especially with the Sun, Venus, Mars conjunctions. Resets on our monies, our values, how we take action. I can't keep carrying is what we feel like the weight is heavy, especially in Capricorn, because in Capricorn is where we climb the mountain, and then we need to realize that, hey, some things we can't carry up this mountain. I can't carry you, I have to carry me. Yes. Early January forces you to get serious, whether you're ready for it or not. Your career pressure, relationship responsibilities, what you're willing to take with you and not, and burnout is real, right? This is where you can feel like you're burning the candle at both ends, but you got to do what you got to do. Okay, we also have a full moon in Cancer. Emotional truths, what's on your heart, you need to say it. This shows emotional cost of the Capricorn pressure. The family you sacrifice, the loved ones you sacrifice, your heart that you sacrifice. Family versus home, safety versus security. Emotional realizations. This full moon reveals how much you've been holding on to and what you need to let go of. Okay, and then I also want to talk to you about the Aquarius Pluto activation from January 20th until 27th. Dates down below because, like I said, a lot is happening. Venus conjunct Pluto, January 20th. Mercury conjunct Pluto, January 22nd. Sun conjunct Pluto, January 23rd. Mars conjunct Pluto, January 27th. Boy, oh boy, Pluto is still very raw and unfiltered power. Pluto is death brought decay. It's death, right? If you're going to where people pass away, that's Pluto. It's the things that we don't want to see in life, like death, the cemetery, people passing away. It is decay. It is death, but it's rebirth. And the rebirth comes from, if you think about decay, rot, the soil, and the rebirth, the growth that comes from the earth. Exactly that. Pluto is power, and the power I'm willing to assert in my life. It's where I find my empowerment, but it's also where I get disempowered. Pluto is the lord of the underworld. Yes. It's the scary stuff. With Venus conjunct Pluto, you best believe money and relationships are going to go through a whole powerful transformation. You might break up with someone, walk away from that marriage, money, job, all of these things change. Mercury conjunct Pluto, words become power and people can use it to manipulate. I would also be very aware of the Sun conjunct Pluto. This is like our whole identity. The Sun is your vitality. It's your life force. It's your soul going through a whole transformation of your sense of purpose. And this will influence you very differently where you have Aquarius. Mars conjunct Pluto. This is a gnarly kind of transit. Mars is the god of war. Pluto is the lord of the underworld coming together. You best believe people are going to be acting kind of reckless and dangerous. Pluto is that energy. Okay, so remember that. Mars plus Pluto is obsession, confrontation, and inevitable action. I do the thing that I can't, it's like that time when you decide to punch someone in the face and then you break their jaw. That's it. Okay, Mars is like, I'm so angry, I'm going to hit someone. It's dangerous kind of energy. It's dangerous for also accidents. Mars also rules over blood. So just be aware of that. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just giving you the astrology, what it represents. So me as an astrologer, I would know that those days are volatile. And you best believe with the solar eclipse happening in Aquarius, 17 February, that you are not, this is part of the journey. This whole transformation, this whole loss, this whole cleansing out is so powerful, right? Venus and Pluto, relationships, money go through a turning point, and Mercury, confession, secrets, and breakthroughs. We're going to get some truths from people we never thought we needed to hear before, but we're going to get it nonetheless, and it's here to set us free. Truth empowers. Truth is the light. That's the one thing about Pluto, because it's part of the darkness, it definitely shows you the light. Power struggles, control versus truth, emotional intensity, final decisions, cutting the cords and claiming our power. What a month. So this is so intense. It's giving everything. The first part, early part, is where are you being tested, especially with that Capricorn pressure? What responsibility feels too heavy, and what is coming to an end? The month starts with pressure, okay? Especially in the house, in the area of your chart that you have Capricorn. And then we have the mid-month until the late end of the month, the Aquarius power shift, where does control change? Who and what triggers transformation in you? Triggers. What truth can't be ignored no more? End of January, Neptune enters into Aries. What's new long-term vision that you have? Story begins, right? This is where we must trust our intuition, and what feels unclear but inevitable. Like, we gotta take this journey. Potent, powerful month. I love it. Looking forward to it. It's going to be such an intense month. It's going to give us so much intensity. I'm ready for 2026. I'm ready for the show. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to look. You cannot go through 2025 and all the chaos of that year without expecting this year to ask you to step up in so many new ways. And how do you become new? Well, you got to let go of the old. If you want to move to a new house, you got to let go of your old house. You got to live in a new environment, and that causes you to let go. So what I'm going to say to you about January, a whole new era and a new you is being born, but that's going to ask you to say goodbye to the old version of you one way or another. Hello, Aries, wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Potent, powerful month, and a whole new you is being born this month. This is your moment. Now, the first half of the month, we need to talk about how the pressure is on you. Career pressure and visibility. You asked to step up into leadership. This is also your reputation. Your family could also be asking you a lot. You may be forced to define your roles and step up into a new sense of authority. There's going to be a sun activation with Venus, Mars activation, because we're going to have the sun in Capricorn, Mercury in Capricorn January 1st. Venus is already in Capricorn. Mars is in Capricorn. And there's going to be a new moon, January 18th. So a new you in who you want to be when it comes to your career, your goals, your reputation, your sense of purpose. Yes, if you retired, this is your sense of purpose and legacy and what you leave behind and what people remember you for. So what do you want? This is going to offer you a whole lot of new opportunities financially too. With Venus there, money will come your way. But remember, Mars is there saying you got to take action. If you don't take action, nothing will come your way. But you're redefining the action that you take. You're redefining the money that you want for your career. But there's so many professional opportunities, especially because of new moon. Set the intentions to manifest for what you want when it comes to your career. Full moon, January 3rd. You're going to need rest. You might cry a little. Is a full moon where it's happening within your emotions. You might need time at home, rest, rejuvenation, out of the world's view. Because there's so much happening in Capricorn where the world sees you and you're stepping up into authority, career, your reputation, you're putting yourself out there, that you are going to need that full moon to rejuvenate. Some tensions could arise with family members. Some boundaries are necessary. You will be letting go of what emotion you've been carrying on for far too long. Yes, you could even break up with someone or walk away or see changes within your living situation, including separations, because you need to do this. Whether you are separating through boundaries and maybe that person respects your boundaries, but something new needs to happen within your home because emotionally you can't carry the load no more. Then we are going to have the second half of the month, everything shifts into Aquarius, okay? Pluto, Aquarius activations. Late January, there are going to be some power dynamics within your social circles, the friend group, the work group, the hobby group, the people you join. You're going to see the true colors of the people around you. There might be someone that walks away from your social dynamic, right? Goals are changing and not all dreams are meant to continue. And this is where you're also going to be changing what you want for your future vision for yourself. There's going to be a solar eclipse February 17th, and that's going to be activating who do you see yourself aligning with. Who do you want to collaborate with? Who do you want to network? Who are your friends? Who are the people you associate with? The people you choose to associate with, yes, they define you. The company you keep is the people around you, they define you. Whether you wanted to or not, you will notice yourself embracing their rules, their way of thinking. But you'll be very clear now about the groups that you don't want to be a part of anymore. And some boundary setting will be happening. You will even see power dynamics within these groups. Relationships, because it is all happening in Aquarius, relationships will fall away. Okay. Then Neptune enters into Aries. Woohoo! It is you. It is the Aries era. This begins a multi-year identity reset. You are learning who you are without moss, but clarity comes slowly. The moss you have. This is all about your identity. So this means that if you associate people, that job, that money, that status, that lover, that girlfriend, that boyfriend, that relationship as part of your identity, it's meant to fade away. Because it's a mask. It's not who you really are. It's asking you to define who you really are beyond the things that you try to associate with. How do you do that? You need to be okay with. And this is me doing readings since like 2011 and seeing it in Pisces. You need to be okay with certain things falling away, you know? And like, you know, if it's not meant for me, bye. Okay. Trust your intuition. You're going to get such vivid dreams. You're going to create a whole new reality. This is you leading to. This is going to also make you a magnet and a lure. And people are going to be drawn to you and they're going to want your energy. Safeguard it, baby. Because Neptune is very alluring. It's like a silent call and everything and everyone just gets attracted to you. And then at the same time, they project onto you things that aren't real. Remember to stay in your lane and hold true to your vision of who you are. Neptune dissolves things. What is not real will be dissolved so you can find the most realist version and authentic version of everyone and everything within your life. This is your moment. Don't escape it. Embrace it. It's okay to feel your feelings as you're moving into more softer, gentle energy. Neptune is compassion. It is about charity, humanitarianism, but it is you being brave to go after your dreams as well and trust your vision. Now comment your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you and I will respond to you in the comments. Taurus, wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Can you believe it? It's January. Let's talk about it. Now the first half of the month, you're going to see your worldview expand. We got the Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus in Capricorn, and then on the 18th, a new moon in Capricorn. This is going to set you going forward over the next 6 months. This is your worldview being tested, a belief, a legal matter, an educational goal, a long-term plan reaches a decisive point in your life, especially because everything's in Capricorn. Mars, you decide to take action. Either you're deciding to travel or you decide to move away from something. You want freedom too. Freedom becomes the name of the game. This is Capricorn, but for you, it's like, I want the freedom to earn what I want, but on my terms, right? You are an earth sign, and Capricorn's an earth sign. You may commit to a path that feels serious or walk away from what no longer aligns to you. Truly you will, because you want freedom and you want financial freedom. You also are being tested about what freedom truly means to you. There can be some legal matters, a belief shifts, educational goal that you, or long-term plan that reaches a point where you need to decide what you truly want, but you are at the bottom of it. I want freedom. I want it to spiritually align to me. I want to feel like I can expand and grow. And anything that keeps me stuck in a rut, whether it's a relationship, a job, a person, I just want my freedom back. And it's okay. Okay? And I love this for you. Full moon, 3rd of January. And this is about your siblings. Something could happen with your siblings. There can be tensions with your siblings, right? Something is happening with siblings, relatives, within the family. An emotional truth is revealed. This is very revealing emotionally. You could also be feeling deeply emotional. There might be a message or something you need to get off your chest, something you need to say. Great time for contracts, deals, negotiations to come through for you. Anything new in terms of that, like something you've been working on 6 months ago, just like comes through for you. So a contract, a deal, you can see an increase of sales. You can feel like you have a mental epiphany. You could also find yourself very busy sending off like information and letters and like emails and text messages. You can get news during that time that you didn't know it brought to the light. An emotional truth that someone else needs to share with you. You could also see yourself maybe coming back from a short distance trip or planning a short distance trip, thinking about moving to a new neighborhood. a lot of travel here. Something new needs to happen in terms of, you breaking free. Aquarius energy. Okay, from mid-month till late month, we have this whole new career trajectory coming through. Now we're going to have everything shift from Capricorn into Aquarius. Sun, Mercury, Mars, hello, and Pluto is there. Power struggles with bosses, institutions may surface. You may claim your authority in a new way. Your public role is changing permanently. So with Pluto here, it's like your whole career, you're going to come, and parents, you could also see this with parents, there are going to be some power dynamics happening, but you here to transform yourself, you're claiming your power. So if bosses or authority is coming onto you real hard, this is potent, you're reclaiming your power, you're stepping up into your power, you're remembering that you're powerful. You see through the hidden lies and deceptions. Pluto is going to show you things, Mercury is going to show you truths are going to be revealed to you about money, relationships, Mars. And this will be very intense for you. Anyone who deems to be an authority of you might even try to assert more authority. You step up into your power, Taurus. Like whether it's even like a relationship or someone older than you that's doing this, whether it's a landlord, you're going to feel that power struggle deep. Step up into your power. Freedom is the name of the game. This is Aquarius energy. It's about not being afraid to rebel, be the rebel, think outside the box. Connect to the people that you feel aligned to. They're going to help you move forward in terms of your career. Then we have Neptune enter into Aries, 26th of January. Haven't experienced this before in our lifetime. Okay, last time it was here was in 1861 until 1875. Potent, powerful, deep spiritual cleansing begins. Old fears, subconscious patterns, and emotional baggage start dissolving. This is a quiet power, a healing cycle, and you're willing to let it all go. Do comment your placements down below. I will respond to you. Okay, remember your birth chart is unique to you. And yeah, so if you share your placements, I can give you understanding based off your placements. Gemini, wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Now we started the month with a lot in Capricorn. And this is heavy for you, okay? Because Capricorn ain't easy. Got Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and a new moon happening the 18th in Capricorn. And you're feeling the heat, right? This is all about, January asks you to face your money, your debt, your dependency head on, emotional dependencies. A financial agreement, inheritance issue, or emotional bond reaches a turning point. This is potent, powerful. This is where you are stepping up into your power when it comes to your financial matters. You're taking on debt. You're looking at your finances. You're seeing how you can improve them. This is about business, contracts, passive income. A spouse could also go through something financially here. This is also about intimacy and power dynamics and stepping into your power and protecting yourself. It's also about your intuition, spiritual journey, because it influences also things that need to die out of your life. You can experience loss in some way or something that needs to be released. This is potent, powerful. You could even find like triggers of trauma, pain also being touched on here. Okay. Now, there is going to be a full moon, January 3rd, and this is great. You reap the rewards for work you've done over the past 6 months, yes, in 2025 when it comes to your money, or you might decide to change the way you are earning your money. If you've been putting out your resume, this is where you might land that job. This is where you can see an increase in income based on your skills and talents. Then we're going to have everything shift into Aquarius mid-month until the end of January. And this is your belief system. There's going to be a total transformation. There can be some legal matters, truths being revealed. You may even feel called towards new philosophy, teaching, or life direction. Potent and powerful transformation. Conversations reveal truths that you can't unlearn or unhear. And this makes you make some decisive decisions about the company that you keep. Then Neptune enters into Aries. And I love this for you. Friendships and long-term dreams become more idealistic, but also less predictable. This is Neptune. It becomes foggy. Some connections fade and others feel spiritually aligned. Trust that intuition. It's all about your vision here, Gemini, and you can really find success. Do comment down below your placements and I will respond to you. Remember, your birth chart is unique to you. So sharing your placements gives me insight so I can respond to you in the comments. Hello, Cancer. Happy 2026. Can you believe it? And this is January. Now, there's a full moon happening January 3rd in your sign. And that's going to be a big release, an emotional truth, something you can't carry anymore. It's happening in your sign. It's going to involve your relationships, personally and professionally, something you've done with, you're saying goodbye to. You could be weepy, crying, exhausted. Give yourself the rest you need. Emotionally, this is hitting you. like hitting you, your home, your family, you're feeling the heaviness of it. Some of you might absolutely complete a goal, like maybe there's something you were working on, whether there was getting fit, whether it's changing your health, or whether it was a money opportunity that you've been working on. You reached that goal. The full moon also shows completion, like, I've completed something I've been working on for myself. Some goal comes to a completion. If not, this is where you're purging out something from your life that you can't emotionally carry anymore. We have so much in Capricorn. January 1st, Mercury in Capricorn. Sun is already in Capricorn. Venus is already in Capricorn. Mars is already in Capricorn. 18th of January, we're going to have a new moon in Capricorn. This is all about your relationships, personally and professionally. It is a relationship reality check. Commitment deepens for those who are willing to go all the way. This is Saturn ruled. So whenever, like Capricorn is Saturn ruled. So it's like, if we are not real, bye-bye, baby. Okay, it's only what real is that loss, especially personally and professionally. Professionally too, you're done with anything that doesn't give longevity. Longevity is the name of the game, and it's a reality check. We have the sun meeting up with Venus and Mars, showing us the reality of attraction, relationships, money. Someone shows you exactly who they are and you can't even unsee it. You cannot carry relationships anymore. Okay, you're looking for someone who emotionally can also carry you. You can't carry everybody. Now, mid-month, we're going to have everything shift into Aquarius until the end of the month. And this is all about intimacy, secrets and trust issues, finances come to the surface. This is about emotional truth and reclaiming your power. Moment of empowerment comes. We're going to have a Pluto Aquarius activation. Okay, so Pluto is going to meet up with Venus. We're going to have all this. The sun's going to meet up with Pluto. Mercury's going to meet up with Pluto. They're going to be things that you can't hear it, like unhear. Okay, people are going to tell on themselves, secrets, power games. I would also tell you, because you are a Cancer, please, if anyone seems hostile or volatile, step away, because volatility is coming through here. Either you are in a night of throws and passions in the bedroom because passion needs to go somewhere, or it's a passionate, like, angry, I want nothing to do with you anymore. Pluto is that deep passion, obsession, but it's great for the bedroom where we can get a little bit kinky. But if we are not using passion for that, we are using passion to like fight with somebody. The fine line between passion and lovemaking here. That's what's happening. Passion, lovemaking, and fists. But remember to reclaim your power. It's very intense energy. You're going to be looking at your finances. It can be very frustrating. Some pain, some trauma from the past comes through. This is also really great for your spiritual journey and evolution. Potent energy. Financially, you're going through a whole transformation, relationships transformation. This is deep emotional truth, okay, but great for spiritual power. Neptune in Aries, your career part becomes less rigid and more about soul-led. What soulfully is aligned to me. You may even feel uncertain about the direction, but trust your intuition. You'll be drawn towards something meaningful that ignites the spark within you. Now, do comment your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you, and I will respond to you in the comments. Wishing you a beautiful, blessed January. Leo, happy 2026. What a year. Babes, you best get ready for January 2026 because it's coming in hot, okay? We're going to have a lot in Capricorn from the 1st until the middle of the month. And you can look down below for the dates. All the dates are going to be put down below because there's a lot happening in January. Now we're going to have the sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, all in Capricorn. We got a new moon happening on the 18th in Capricorn. Your daily life needs restructuring. Burnout is real. You could be finding yourself working so hard that you feel completely exhausted. Even if you're on leave, it seems like you're working. You burnt out, babes. You burnt out. Work pressure, direction, your reputation, what you want. You feel like restricted, okay? Health routines need attention. Are you exercising? How are you sleeping? Are you taking care of yourself? This is about sustainability and not perfection, because you're trying to perfect too much. You're exhausting yourself. This is where you could also be like over acts of service. Like, oh, can I be there for this friend, this family member? Who needs me? I'm here to help you. Babes, rest. Okay, the burnout is real. Your health can take a toll here. You might even find yourself, your health can be really feeling not so great here. Do take care of yourself. The new moon is showing new opportunities for work, new opportunities to take care of your health, new opportunities to redefine your schedule so you can be more productive. Full moon in Cancer. Oh, you need rest. You're exhausted, my love. That's happening 3rd of January. Please sleep. Sleep. You're walking away from people and situations that have been draining your soul and your energy. Secrets are revealed. Hidden enemies come to light. You are done. This is an ending and a letting go, and you're walking away. Then everything shifts into Aquarius. Please be aware of that, because by February 17th, there's going to be a solar eclipse in Aquarius. February 1st, there's a full moon happening in Leo. And this is preparing you for the solar eclipse, 12th of August, 2026, which is a solar eclipse in Leo. Okay, so keep in mind. Leo, Aquarius, everything there. This is a point of no return in partnerships, personally and professionally. Your power dynamic shift, a relationship either deepens dramatically or dissolves. Pluto's here. It's either you can be stark, nakedly emotional, like all your emotions are out there. You need to be so naked and vulnerable emotionally and physically. The attraction is deep and it's great for that. But if you can't be vulnerable, you're walking away. This shows you like the relationships are fake, the relationships that must cease to exist, because it is Pluto that's transforming relationships. There can be some power dynamics, power intensity in relationships. So be very aware about who you allow into your life and the boundaries you need to keep, personal and professional. It can be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a spouse, it could be that co-worker, it could be someone that you partnered up with that ain't doing you right no more. And if you are in self-employed, this is customers. You need to this is where it's transforming in some way. Either you are finding the most powerful clientele, or you're realizing that you should step up into your power to do so. Neptune enters into Aries. We haven't experienced this before. And this is a new spiritual philosophical journey for you. This is really great for what you feel called to teach, to preach, to travel, to explore your faith in a different way, beyond logic. Do comment your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you. Wishing you a beautiful, blessed 2026, and I'll respond to you in the comments. Virgo, wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Let's talk about January, because it's coming in hot. Okay, we're going to have Mercury entering into Capricorn the 1st. We got the Sun, we got Mars, Venus, all in Capricorn, and a new moon happening on the 18th in Capricorn. So much. Matters of the heart become serious. Who can I commit to romantically and who can't I? Okay, reality check. If I'm not feeling it, if it doesn't make me happy, I'm done. Romance becomes so real. Remember, Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. So you're restricting out romantic connections that are not doing it for you anymore. This is your reality check. Creative projects require discipline. If you're if you're an entrepreneur, if you have hobbies, they're going to require discipline. It's about what you're willing to invest in emotionally. You're going to look at your relationships, your creativity, if you're an entrepreneur, as an investment. And you're not going to invest where you feel you're going to lose. Period. This is very serious. A lot of you will be very fertile. Just saying, that's very fertile energy right there. This is offering, especially that new moon. So if you are not planning to have a baby, then, use protection. If not, I would really get busy, especially with Venus and Mars all in Capricorn, serious long-term discipline in the bedroom. We can work it. It's giving that kind of energy. And I love this for you. Aquarius. Oh, a new love can come into your life with that new moon on the 18th. Let's talk about the full moon, though. The full moon, this is where a legal matter can come to a head. Truths can be revealed. You shift your philosophy. That's happening January 3rd. Now, middle of the month, we have everything shift into Aquarius, okay? And this will remain until the end of the month. I will have the dates linked down below, because it's so much happens. We call this part of the month the Aquarius Pluto activation, because of Mercury and Venus all connecting with Pluto and the Sun. Your work environment and Mars, your work environment transforms. You change roles, okay? You face authority issues. There's going to be some authority issues at work. You can even see open enemies coming out for you. This very volatile energy. Mars and Pluto together, people become very actively aggressive and they want to exert their force. Mars, the god of war, Pluto, the lord of the underworld, coming together. Oh, the dynamics, the intensity. I would utilize this to take care of my health, to transform my health and well-being. I would transform my work life, make sure I'm eating well, sleeping well, and taking care of me. Self-care is the name of the game here. Do not fill other people's cup if your cup is empty, because you will be so drained so quickly. You will be filled with resentment here. This is where people might even assert power for you to serve them. Yes, they want you to be a slave, but you're done. Okay, Neptune enters into Aries. I love this for you. Emotional, energetic boundaries, a blur. This is intimacy. And I know you've been dealing with, Neptune and Pisces for the past 14 years. Neptune Aries gives you the same feel because it is intimacy. It's the people that you are intimate with, either emotionally naked or naked in the bedroom. And things become very blurry here. This begins a deep healing journey around trust, intimacy, and vulnerability. Yes, there might be some people that over the next 14 years, you will learn you can't trust. But I hope, Virgo, that you learned from 2011 about trust and trusting your intuition and seeing a red flag as a red flag and walking away from the red flag. Do not walk towards red. We run from red. That's what that was teaching you. And if you can follow that and trust your intuition, you can align to the most intimate spiritual relationships. If not, baby, I can tell you, you will get these people that are going to give you more trust issues. A red flag is a red flag. Repeat after me. Okay. That being said, comment your placements down below and I will respond to you because your birth chart is unique to you. And I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Libra, wishing you a happy new year. Let's talk about January. We're going to hit hard. Okay, the first half of the month, we got so much in Capricorn. We got Mercury enters in Capricorn January 1st, Mars is in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, Sun's in Capricorn, 18th of January, a new moon in Capricorn, full moon on the 3rd of January. So much in Capricorn, family responsibilities and house decisions and emotional roots come into focus. Something foundational must change, even if it's uncomfortable. Something is going to change in your life when it comes to your family. You're going to be having some tough talks, tough decisions. Things are hitting hard here. You're also focusing on your career with that full moon on the 10th. So if you made a change, something illuminates within your career over the past 6 months you've been working on. You get that job offer, you get the career recognition, you get the efforts for your hard work. That tells you that. But if not, it asks you to change something within your career January 3rd. But the family dynamics, Mars is here too. So it's saying that things can be very intense within your family. Boundaries are necessary. Boundaries are necessary. Remember that. And then we are going to have everything shift into Aquarius mid-month until the end of the month. All the dates will be down below because let me tell you, the astrology for January is full. It's loaded. Okay, it's kind of a little bit overwhelming, but it's happening rapidly to change us. The way we assess money, the way we assess love, the way we assess action in our lives. Now, everything when it shifts into Aquarius for you, creative and romantic energies intensify. Love becomes transformative, obsessive, and revealing. You reclaim your joy, but with honesty. I want you to be very aware. Pluto is going to be activating. We call this the Aquarius Pluto activation. This is hitting so hard. It can hit you off sideways. Mars is going to conjunct Pluto. This is like raw action. Yeah, you could physically, romantically be so obsessed with someone, or they are so obsessed with you that you just want to get behind closed doors and rip each other's clothes off. If not, it's going to show you power dynamics. That person wants to dominate you. There's a domination energy coming through here. Either you're dominating in the bedroom or you find your love life too dominating for you and you need some boundaries. When it comes to children, issues around children, custody about children, what you're doing with children, even some arguments with your kids, if you especially got teenage kids, please, boundaries are necessary. There's a lot of transformation happening, passion and desire. Hobbies and creativity, use this for creative, your creative juices will be flowing, your genius juices. So if you use this for your work, your creativity, I can see you becoming that mad scientist and coming up with something so cool that it blows everybody's minds. Okay. Remember, what makes you happy is what you need to focus on. If that love gives you happiness, yes. If that person's becoming obsessive, controlling where you go, how you eat, what you look like, who you with, then is like checking you and has you and on gadgets to try and find out what location you are at and you need to come back home right now, say goodbye. Then you're going to see some very powerful dynamics here. And yeah, I would be very wary. Mars and Pluto, intensity. Mars is god of war, Pluto is the lord of the underworld, death. If you are in a relationship that is dangerous and you already know this relationship is dangerous, baby, walk away. I know sometimes it's hard. You need to find help, like phone for help, speak to someone that can give you assistance, that can help you, especially if that relationship is volatile, because Pluto is volatile energy. Yes, it's intensity used in the good way in the bedroom, especially with someone you love, but if not, and just watch out. Because there's so much of passion, desire, you could fall pregnant based on that, especially because Venus is there. Neptune in Aries, okay, January 20, the 26th of January. Relationships become spiritual teachers. You idolize partners. Learning discernment and boundaries is key, personally and professionally, because you don't want to fall for that mask that person is wearing, okay? And you're going to have to learn about relationships and boundaries. Boundaries are going to be the name of the game for the next couple of years, okay? So please, Neptune stays in Aries for 14 years. We got Pluto in Aquarius until like 2044. So please, boundaries. That's influencing your romantic life. Do comment your placements. I will respond to you down below. Remember, your birth chart is unique to you. And don't forget to have a blessed 2026, okay? Scorpio, wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Let's talk about January. It's loaded. Dates down below in the description. There's too much happening in this month, but it's all prepping us for eclipse season, okay? Which you are a part of. If you are a Scorpio, please do not be resting on those laurels. You're a part of the eclipses. Yes, you are a main character. We're going to have an eclipse February 17th, solar eclipse in Aquarius, and that's you. That's your home, your emotions, your family life, right? And then we're going to have a solar eclipse in Leo, August 12th. That's you. That's your career. Okay? So don't be sleeping on yourself this year. You're coming in hot. Capricorn. So much is in it. We're going to have Mercury move into Capricorn January 1st. We got Sun in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, Mars is in Capricorn. We're going to have a new moon 18th of January in Capricorn, full moon 3rd of January in Cancer. This is all about serious conversations take place, contracts, agreements, sibling matters need a resolution. Words carry weight, choose them wisely. Yeah, you can cut people off. This is Capricorn energy is ruled by Saturn. This is like, we done. I don't need to listen to you, we done. I don't need to see you, we done. See, Capricorn for you rules what you have in your environment. So when you say you're done, and you restrict no access. Saturn is boundaries. It's a planet with rings. So be very careful who you cut off because you can. Because Venus is there, words can be sweet, but Sun is going to be activating Venus. You're going to have to re-identify with what you say, how you express yourself. The money you make based on the words you say, you can really utilize those for like excellent contracts and deals, especially that new moon. Contracts, deals, networking, marketing, teaching, short distance trips, traveling with your siblings too. Things get really serious. So watch what you say because your words carry weight. Cut off the people you want to cut off, but don't cut off everybody, okay? But other than that, I see this as money-making moves. Then we're going to have things getting pretty emotional for you from the mid-month, okay, until the end of the month. And this is all about home and family. Home, family, and emotional security undergo profound transformation. You may move, renovate, or redefine what home means to you. The power dynamics within your family life, the secrets, the truth bombs, landlords too will be giving you a hard time, especially if they're not on your side. You know, people in authority, especially because this is Aquarius ruled by Saturn, it shows authority. And within your home and family, who is the authority? Parents. Oh, the intensity is riling you up here. And this is very strong energy. You move, you know, it's great for moving, it's great for renovating, some kind of emotional transformation. Some of you might even seek counseling. Some of you might seek a therapist, an astrologer, a spiritual understanding because it's hitting your emotions. Emotionally, you're going to be re-traumatized because Pluto is coming here to reevaluate past traumas for deeper healing. This is the most deepest healing you will be doing, and it's preparing you for the solar eclipse in February. Really great for moving home, really great for trying to buy a home, really great for trying to renovate a home, really great for like stipulating boundaries within the family, really great for getting to the bottom of family like patterns. Why do we suffer as family with debt? Why as a family this has always been like we suffer with addiction? alcoholism. We're going to be looking at those family secrets and like the patterns that run through our roots ancestrally, and why we are the way we are, and how can we transform that to step into our power. I love this for you. Neptune enters into Aries, and this is really great for your work life. Your relationships with work and help become more intuitive. You want something meaningful, and your structures soften. Flexibility is required here. Okay, that's key to how you can get through it. Now, there is going to be a full moon January 3rd, which I didn't mention earlier, back when everything was in Capricorn, and it's all about you seeking freedom, your personal truth, and shifting your beliefs. Truths will be revealed, though, that you need to see things, but it's more about your beliefs and what you believe to be true and what you see in the truth part. Great for your spiritual journey, and great for completing like a long distance trip or something you've been studying. Do comment your placements. I will respond to you down below because your birth chart is unique to you. So do comment your placements, and wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Sagittarius, wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Let's talk about January because it's coming in strong, and for you it's all about your money in the beginning. So the first half of the month, we got so much in Capricorn. We got Mercury, got Sun, Mars, Venus, and a new moon happening January 18th. We are in our Capricorn era, and you get real serious about the money you have. Venus's money wants to come to you. A reality check about your money. You're serious about this money activations. You redefine how you earn money. This is all about your money and your skills. So if you need to study something to boost that skill knowledge you have so you can earn more, you need to redo your resume, you do it. You become disciplined with your money and earning potential. This is money in your bank account, and it's new money, something new, especially with January 18th. We have a full moon happening on the 3rd of January, and this is all about intimacy. Secrets will be revealed. An intimate relationship that isn't true to you, you find out and you walk away. You're only going to allow relationships that you can be vulnerable with and you can be more intimate with, and you can trust, as that will grow. Those that you cannot trust, you're saying goodbye. Energy vampires, energy drainers, you're done with. You also are going to be reevaluating your debt. Okay, and how much you're earning, money coming in, debts, what you need to pay, you're going to be reevaluating that. It's a great time. You've been working over the past 6 months on business investments, passive income, or if you have a spouse, if they've been working on getting a raise, you get some good news about that too. So a lot of opportunities for finances. Notice all of that. It's all about money. You could also find yourself buying stuff in the first half of the month. Maybe there's something you need to buy, and you're buying things within your home. Then from mid-month till the end of the month, everything moves into Aquarius. Your mindset is set to transform. Powerful conversations, learning, writing projects emerge, and truth replaces illusion. Because this is your mind and conversations, if you said anything, it comes out. I'm just saying. And, sometimes we say things, but, you're a Sagittarius, so you speak the truth. But maybe you didn't want that person to know, they find out. It does happen. If anyone said anything behind your back, it comes to you. Gossip is revealed. Whoever has been speaking behind your back, it comes to your face, okay? This is because Mars is there. You'll also be very aware of power dynamics. People that want to powerfully press the power on you, relatives, siblings, it all comes here. Mars and Pluto conjunct, especially Venus and Pluto conjunct, you're redefining your communication style when it comes to relationships and your love life as well. Very great for writing projects, learning something, teaching something. You might even decide to go on a short distance trip that allows for mental breakthrough. Maybe you need a mental rest, and that reset comes by you taking a mental break. This is also really great for networking, contracts, deals, or launching something that you feel very passionate about. This can also find you very busy running errands as well. Neptune enters into Aries January 26th, and creativity becomes a spiritual process. Romance feels magical, but requires grounding so you can avoid illusion. Do comment your placements down below. I will respond to you. Your birth chart is unique to you, so sharing your placements gives me insights. I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Capricorn, wishing you an amazing 2026. Happy birthday. Let's talk January. So much is in Capricorn. Mercury enters into Capricorn January 1st. Sun's already in Capricorn. Venus is in Capricorn. Mars is in Capricorn. 18th of January, we have a new moon in Capricorn. This is all about you. This is your moment of reckoning. You redefine who you are because of the sun activating Mars and Venus. This is big. This is like you deciding, who am I? How do I take action? What am I attracted to? What do I want? What money do I want to make? What do I value? How do you want to lead? What are you responsible for and what are you not responsible? It is so great for starting goals. A lot of you are going to get offered a new opportunities based on the actions that you take, especially with that new moon. Plant the seed so you can reap the reward 6 months from now. A major personal chapter comes to a close, especially because of the full moon, January 3rd. So either that relationship is emotionally safe for you and maybe you get engaged, you move in together, something beautiful happens. If not, you don't feel like home and you don't make me feel safe, and that means it's a goodbye and a no for me. Remember, because so much is in Capricorn, it's a reality check. Okay, and with the full moon being in Cancer, everything is going to be opposite in Capricorn. So we get the reality check about the emotional connections that we have. And if that connection doesn't have what we need when it comes to Saturn, which is stability, which is longevity, it's a goodbye and a no thank you. Mid-month, we have everything moving to Aquarius, and where it remains until January. Now, pay attention to everything that happens in January because we're going to have a solar eclipse February 17th of 2026 in Aquarius, which is a new beginning, and you stepping outside your comfort zone when it comes to your money. Money, income, and self-worth transformation. You may gain control and release attachment to security based around fear. See, Pluto's here. It's going to show you where you hold on too tightly to your money, or the fears you have about your sense of self-worth, the fears you have about money. You give money to people that don't value you. Who values you? See, the people we keep in the company around us tell us a lot about our value. If you have high value, then you have people that appreciate you. If you don't value yourself, the people around you don't appreciate you. That's how you know. If you want to gauge where your self-worth is, ask yourself, who do I have around me? Do the people I have around me appreciate me, my efforts, the work that I put in? Or are they just taking me for granted? That's low self-worth. Whenever we have low self-worth, eventually our low self-worth is going to match our bank account. So you need to see that as a boss move by choosing the company you keep very wisely. This is going to see you going through transformation when it comes to your skills and talents. Some of you might study more. Some of you might change and do something completely different when it comes to your skills and talents. You are seeking financial liberation and financial power here. And you're going to see yourself doing this all the way into February. So keep that in mind. Neptune enters into Aries on the 26th of January. Home and emotional foundations become fluid. You are redefining safety and belonging on a soul level. You're going to, and this is going to take like 14 years, so be prepared for transformation. Yeah, things are going to come to you about your intuition when it comes to family, about who you trust emotionally and within your domestic living space. Trust your soulful guidance and be brave here. There's going to be a lot going on within your family that you need to see the reality about. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you down below. Your birth chart is unique to you. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Aquarius, and happy birthday to my Aquariuses who are celebrating in the month of January. It is your time to shine, baby. And wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Now let's get into it. The first half of the month, we're going to have a lot in Capricorn. January 1st, Mercury's in Capricorn. We're going to have the Sun already in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn. 18th, new moon in Capricorn. Dates will all be down below in the description because there's so much happening in January. Okay. And on top of that, we're going to have a full moon January 3rd. January begins a time of endings, releasing. Some of you are going to need solitude. Some of you might be in hospital. Some of you might need rehabilitation. Some of you might need some time away from the world. Either you're choosing solitude or solitude is choosing you, where you go to hospital or you go to a spiritual retreat or you are busy at a temple or you're going on a holiday, but the solitude is needed, like you're away from the world, right? You're going to see secrets being revealed, a reality check about your hidden enemies, old cycles, habits, emotional patterns dissolve. Rest and reflection is essential. You're so burnt out and exhausted. There's so many hidden enemies. You're drowning, but you're needing to find security. There's going to be a full moon Jan 3rd. It's going to influence your work and your health and your body. Please take care of your health, Aquarius. If you've been working on anything over the past 6 months, you can reap the rewards and get a career opportunity, a job opportunity. But you're going to ask as well, if you haven't been, to redefine what you want to do when it comes to your work, your day-to-day routine. You also asked to redefine your health. Some of you might not be feeling well in the first half of January. And that's okay. Hopefully it's just you taking a holiday, giving yourself some much needed self-care. If not, this is you like needing to seek secrets, lies, and deceptions and hidden enemies and letting go of emotional baggages, endings, and walking away from people that have been draining your energy. Then mid-month, everything moves into Aquarius, where it remains till the end of the month of this month. You will see the days down below. Obviously, it continues into February because we do have a solar eclipse happening February 17th in Aquarius, which is a new beginning, a fresh start to you. But so much is happening in Aquarius. There's a total identity shift. You're stepping up into your power, truth, and authenticity. Even if it's at the cost of discomfort, this means that you're willing to feel uncomfortable. You're going to see power dynamics. Mars and Pluto conjunct, people are going to show hatred, aggression, tensions, power dynamics, authority figures, everyone around you, because it's all happening in your sign. Remember to stay true to who you are and step into your power, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable. See, Aquarius doesn't like to disrupt the community, but here you are, unless necessary, because you are ruled by Uranus, so sometimes you can. But here it's saying there's total transformation. You're not a sign that dives deep into confrontation. But here, confrontation might come your way because of Mars being in Aquarius with Pluto, Venus as well. A lot of you is being redefined on every single level. A whole new identity is coming through. Neptune enters into Aries. Your intuition sharpens. Communication becomes inspired, poetic, and more spiritually guided. And you want to communicate to people that are spiritually guided as well. You might even go on short distance trips that are spiritually guided, like to a temple or to a retreat. And I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. Do comment your placements. I will respond to you down below, because remember, your birth chart is unique to you. Hello, Pisces. Everything changes in 2026 for you. And I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. You've been through a rough 14 to 15 years since 2011, okay? That being said, in the beginning of the month, we have everything in Capricorn. We got Mercury entering into Capricorn January 1st, Venus in Capricorn, Sun in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, 18th of January, new moon in Capricorn. This is all about friendships, goals, changes, and it's all about you outgrowing certain communities and clarifying your future and what you truly want. A lot of you are going to collaborate, network. You're going to see new collaborations coming in, new networks coming in, new opportunities for career success through your networks, which is great. You're also going to be looking at your social circle and asking yourself, the company you keep, who do you want to keep? Whether it's the friends, the family, the work group, the running group that you have, you're asking yourself these potent and powerful questions about your community. There's also you finding people that support you. Now, that is amazing for you. There's going to be a full moon Jan 3rd, and this is going to be highlighting romance and creativity. If a romance isn't offering you emotional security, it's done, right? You're looking at like, I can't do this anymore. But if that emotional security is deep, this is where you are now moving to the next level for deepening of romance. Some of you could fall pregnant with that full moon or get news of pregnancy, especially. So be prepared for that, okay? It's beautiful for you. And then we're going to have everything move into Aquarius mid-month until, well, into February, but majority of what I'm talking about here is in January. So this astrology is taking you from the middle until the end, and you can see the dates down below. So much happens in January. I call this the Aquarius Pluto activation. This is intense inner work. Okay, secrets, fears, subconscious patterns surface, preparing you for a rebirth later in the year, especially when we have that new moon in Aquarius, February 17th. It's potent. It is potent, and that's like a solar eclipse in Aquarius. So already you're feeling the things you need to release, the things you need to cut out. What are your fears? What are your insecurities? This is where you need to trust and surrender. Subconscious patterns may surface, things that you do to sabotage yourself. Pisces, don't look at me like you don't do it. You know you do it. You will see a red flag and you think, maybe my magical being will transform that person into a unicorn. Or maybe my magical being is going to transform that workplace into a healthy working environment. Pisces, I know you are the healer of society and you do have amazing healing abilities. Some of you even go to become doctors, seriously, or healers or energetic healers, Reiki teachers. Please, just don't sacrifice yourself, especially because Aquarius is behind you, because you will be built up victim energy and resentment. Don't do it. Hidden enemies come to light and you're going to see the truth being revealed to you. There's going to be such deep and profound truth. A lot of you are going to need time to seclude, be away from the world, go through this whole spiritual process. It is great for vacation and some time away, okay? Because you're going through so much of transformation. Some of you might even need to focus on your health and do things to improve your health. Some of you might need even to go to hospital. Right, there's nothing wrong with that. Time away as well, whether it's a mental break in a hospital, whether it is a physical health break, whether you are just taking time out to lay on the couch, baby, you need it. The more you let go and surrender, the more the universe will guide you to where you need to be. And you've been through so much, so why would you think that healing is not necessary? This is what Aquarius is coming to do. It's coming to heal you from everything you've been through since 2011. And it's good for your soul. This is really great for your spiritual journey. Some of you are going to have profound spiritual awakenings, realizing that, hey, I need to really do right by me. Okay? Good news. Neptune enters into Aries, says goodbye to Pisces, where things have felt so foggy and confusing. Your values and your sense of self-worth evolve. Money becomes tied to meaning, not just survival. You want meaning for the pay that you earn. You don't want to just get paid. This is really great for spiritual work and getting paid. This is great through intuitive, imaginative, genius work, sparks of genius. This is Aries, being brave and being the one to do something unique and people pay you for it. I love this for your money. Dream the biggest dream when it comes to your finance and have faith in it and based on reality, and also take action upon it and be brave about it and get the facts about it and win. I know Pisces having the North Node in 2026 shift into Aquarius is saying destined aligned endings and releasing and healing. And it's necessary for your soul because this is the area of your soul. And your soul is sometimes attached to people. Yeah, groups of communities of people that aren't necessarily healthy for you. And this is going to show you where you sometimes give your power away to groups of people to sabotage yourself. Now you're stepping into your divine power, baby. And that's great. That's amazing. That's powerful. Pluto was here. It's powerful transformation. The psychic intuitive gifts are going to flow and you're going to meet spiritual teachers who are going to help you through. So take the hand and go for it on your spiritual journey. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed 2026. I love you so much. And do comment your placements. Remember, your birth chart is unique to you.